You've probably heard that Gen Z is struggling financially, but have you ever wondered why? The truth might shock you. While this generation is tech-savvy, highly educated, and filled with entrepreneurial spirit, they're facing some of the toughest financial challenges in decades. In fact, nearly 60% of Gen Z adults are living paycheck to paycheck, and over 40% have no savings for emergencies. But it's not all their fault. Some of the financial struggles Gen Z faces are a result of deeper issues in the economy and society. From student debt that weighs heavily on their shoulders to the lure of the gig economy, Gen Z is navigating a tricky path toward financial security. In this video, we'll break down the real reasons why Gen Z is struggling to build wealth, and more importantly, how they can turn things around. We'll explore the myths about following your passion, the dangers of relying on side hustles, and why financial literacy is the key to breaking the cycle. Ready to learn how to overcome these challenges? Let's dive in. Chapter 1: The Gig Economy Trap, Freedom or Financial Instability? The gig economy is often portrayed as the perfect way for Gen Z to have flexible work hours and be their own boss. Platforms like Uber, Lyft, and TaskRabbit allow workers to set their own schedules, but the reality is often far from glamorous. While it sounds like a dream, the average gig worker in the US makes around $36,000 annually, far below the median household income of $70,000. That's not even close to enough to cover basic living expenses, let alone save for the future. So why does this trend continue? Gen Z is used to seeing the success stories of freelancers and content creators making big bucks on social media, which gives them unrealistic expectations. But the truth is, only a small percentage of gig workers make a sustainable income. According to a report from the Federal Reserve, more than 40% of Americans can't cover a $400 emergency expense, showing the instability of gig-based work. Gen Z also often overlooks the lack of benefits like health insurance, paid leave, and retirement contributions that come with traditional jobs. This makes it even harder for them to build a stable financial future. According to a study by Freelancers Union, about 70% of gig workers struggle with managing taxes and saving for retirement. The strategy here is simple. While gig work offers flexibility, it's crucial to have a side hustle that supports a stable career. Combine your passions with traditional employment where possible. Having a stable income stream can actually give you the freedom to pursue your side projects without sacrificing your financial security. Chapter 2: Student Debt, a Generational Burden or Bad Financial Choices? Student debt is one of the largest contributors to Gen Z's financial struggles. As of 2023, over 45 million Americans owe a total of $1.6 trillion in student loan debt. Gen Z holds a big chunk of that, with many entering adulthood already facing financial burdens that will take decades to repay. But the problem isn't just the size of the debt, it's how the debt was accumulated. Many Gen Zers are taking on massive amounts of student debt to pay for degrees in fields with low earning potential. The average starting salary for a liberal arts graduate is around $45,000 a year, compared to $65,000 for someone with a degree in engineering. But these students are often not thinking about the return on investment, ROI, of their degrees, and that leads them into debt that is hard to repay. It's not just the choice of major that's the issue, though. It's also the choice of college. Gen Z is opting for schools with expensive tuition fees without fully considering less costly alternatives, like community colleges or trade schools. According to data from the National Center for Education Statistics, trade schools cost significantly less than a four-year degree and can lead to careers in high-demand fields such as plumbing, electrical work, and information technology. The strategy here is clear: before taking on student debt, carefully evaluate the cost of your degree against potential earnings in your field. If you can't justify the financial investment, explore alternative paths, like apprenticeships, certifications, or even starting in a lower-cost job while you build experience and skills. Chapter 3: The Social Media Mirage, How Influencers Are Distorting Reality. It's hard to scroll through Instagram or TikTok without seeing influencers living the dream: luxurious vacations, high-end fashion, and expensive gadgets. Many Gen Zers view this as the ultimate goal, leading them to believe that career success equals material wealth and social media fame. But here's the truth: less than 1% of influencers earn significant income from their platforms. According to a survey by Influence.co, only 16% of influencers with fewer than 1,000 followers make money from their content. And even those with massive followings often struggle to secure sustainable income. YouTube stars like Logan Paul and PewDiePie are the exception, not the rule. Most influencers earn small sums through brand sponsorships or affiliate marketing, with many making less than $500 a month. For Gen Z, the obsession with social media success can distort career expectations. It leads to the overnight success myth, making them undervalue traditional career paths that build long-term wealth. In fact, research from LinkedIn shows that many of the highest-paying jobs in tech, healthcare, and engineering require years of formal education and hands-on experience. The strategy here is to focus on career growth that isn't dictated by social media popularity. Instead of chasing a viral moment, invest in building skills that lead to sustainable, high-paying careers. Use social media for networking, learning, and exposure, but don't let it be the measure of your success. True financial security comes from building expertise, gaining experience, and making smart career choices. If you're enjoying this breakdown of Gen Z's financial struggles and want more tips on how to navigate career challenges, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Chapter 4, The Myth of the Passion Project. Can your dream job pay the bills? The idea of turning a passion into a career has been romanticized by many influencers and entrepreneurs. The narrative often goes like this: follow your passion, and success will follow. While this is true for a small percentage of people, the majority of Gen Z struggles with making a passion project pay the bills. According to a 2023 study from Gallup, 60% of workers feel they don't have a meaningful job, and for many in Gen Z, chasing that elusive dream job can lead to financial instability. A passion for art, music, or writing, for instance, often doesn't translate to a steady paycheck unless you've found a way to monetize it, something that can take years, if it ever happens at all. One of the biggest issues is the misconception that pursuing creative careers is a guaranteed route to financial success. In reality, the average income for an artist in the US is only around $40,000 annually. Compare that to professionals in STEM fields, who often start with salaries above $60,000. The strategy for Gen Z should be to combine passion with practicality. It's not about abandoning your dreams, but rather finding ways to monetize them smartly. Whether that means building an online brand, offering freelance services, or creating multiple revenue streams, passion can coexist with financial success if approached strategically. Start with a secure income source and build your passion project on the side until it can support you. Chapter 5, Lack of Financial Literacy. Ignoring the basics. Lack of financial literacy is one of the most significant barriers Gen Z faces in achieving career advancement and financial success. According to a 2022 report from the National Endowment for Financial Education, only 24% of Gen Z adults demonstrate basic financial literacy. That means a large number of young adults are entering the workforce without the fundamental skills to manage their money effectively. Without understanding how to budget, save, or invest, it's easy to fall into the trap of living paycheck to paycheck. Even worse, many Gen Zers are making costly mistakes, like opening credit cards without understanding the interest rates or taking out loans without considering repayment plans. A survey by Bankrate revealed that nearly 40% of Gen Z use credit cards without fully grasping how interest works, leading to growing debt. The strategy here is simple: prioritize learning the basics of personal finance early on. Start by creating a budget, tracking expenses, and learning about investing. Books like The Psychology of Money by Morgan Housel or Rich Dad Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki provide a solid foundation on how to make smarter financial decisions. Many apps and tools are available today that can help with budgeting and investing, so don't wait to get started. By understanding money management, you'll be able to secure a better financial future and advance your career. Chapter 6, The Corporate Dilemma. Should you hustle or join the 9-to-5? The idea of hustling, building side businesses, and being your own boss is appealing to many Gen Zers. However, there's a significant downside to this constant hustle. According to a report from Gallup, only 15% of US workers are fully engaged in their jobs, meaning that many are unhappy with the corporate world. While the 9-to-5 grind may seem restrictive, it often offers stability, health benefits, and opportunities for growth that many side hustles do not. On the other hand, many Gen Zers are drawn to the idea of entrepreneurship. According to a survey from The Manifest, 62% of Gen Z adults say they are interested in starting their own business. But the reality is that starting a business is risky, with over 20% of small businesses failing within the first year. The strategy for Gen Z is to find balance. Instead of diving headfirst into entrepreneurship, focus on building a solid foundation within a corporate role. Companies in industries like tech, finance, and healthcare offer high-paying opportunities that also provide opportunities for advancement. Use the 9-to-5 job to gain valuable skills, network, and save up capital for future business ventures. Once you have a steady income and career progression, you can then explore side hustles or entrepreneurial ventures with less financial stress. It's also worth considering the hybrid model of career growth, where you can work a full-time job while running a side business. This allows you to benefit from the stability of a corporate job while exploring the freedom that comes with entrepreneurship. If you found these tips helpful, don't forget to subscribe for more practical advice on career success. In conclusion, Gen Z faces unique financial challenges that are often overlooked. However, by making smarter career decisions and embracing practical strategies, they can overcome the financial struggles they're often burdened with. From balancing passion projects with practical careers to improving financial literacy and evaluating career paths, Gen Z can secure a better future. It's time to stop following myths and start creating real opportunities for career advancement.